Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
Reset. 19.
Mike 5-4.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
He's checking. Crash.
Check. Lucky.
On first down, it's Watson. And his first pass is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Yarn.
Hey, orbit. Lady.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, lady. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 41 Mike.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. And he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Quit talking about it.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. 41's the mic. Check 41. They're not ready for this, man.
Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. D4.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you try to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I get back.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
We're going to sack. 41 the mic. Hey, lady. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Hey, team six. Team six.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Play. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Throwing on second and long. Darnold. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Now, lady. Mike 55. Okay, double up. Switch. Check 50.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Watson. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for...
Guys, I made a video of Madden NFL 20. Watch.
And the Texans push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, it's Henderson trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Darnold. And got a man. It's Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line.
Move. Hey, 41's Mike. I'm on. Red 80. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Ricky. Buzz.
Now Darnold. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
That's mine. L80. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Tackles. Mike 55. Check.
Now it's Darnold. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Darnold. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. He's coming.
Throwing again is Watson. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To the air yet again, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. Let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 9 now from the 21. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Oh, Eddie. Me. I got this.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Rams nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Able to fight through one tackle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Henderson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Watson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Get ready.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Darnold, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On 1st down, Watson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Watson now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. base bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. See him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that?
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Go, sign. Mike, forward, Mike. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, lady. Mike 55. Mike 55. Rip left. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's put him on the buses.
To throw is Darnold. It's Hill, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Darnold. That's taken in by Henderson. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
I'm coming.
A give for Henderson running to the right. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Check. Red 80. 55. Hey, Haywood. Come on, dude.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And able to work his way down to the 16. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the twist. I got it. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to...
Robert Woods. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Right there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would end up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. First carry now for Jordan Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Watson, from the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step into this first quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
53, Mike.
Now a first down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 14-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Weapon. Clear, ready. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? All you get is a headache. Right there.
Darnold now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And bulldozing his way through. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 4, check 4. Wide, get wide. Motion. Reset. 41's the Mike.
They'll run with Henderson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
4 down. Check. 6 guys. Check 6. Ready? 41.
On first down, Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Check who draw quarters.
On second down now, it's Henderson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. To throw is Watson. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check it back. Alert. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Bring it. 24.
To throw is Watson. Operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
From the gun on third, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, I mean, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Check 55 to Mike. Man, 55 to Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Hey, Echo. Mike 55.
Darnold from the gun. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. and his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Watson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Corey Littleton gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Watson. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corey Littleton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Red 80. Watch your slack. Watch your slack. Watch your slack. Watch your ship. Watch your ship. Red 80. Ship. Watch your ship. Check 31. Check 31.
X3, 218, chopper.
On 3rd down, Henderson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Oh, you got it. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, keep it up.
Now Watson rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
54, Mike 54. Check, walk 54. And no sign of go.
Here's Watson from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep over the lead as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Longacre able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw, Watson. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down, Houston.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there. 54 down, coming.
From the gun, here's Watson looking for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
third down. Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it. And I think the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Twist. Watch the slant.
To the right side, this is Henderson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mike 55. Watch the run.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey.
Check right. Watching the five.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On first down, Watson escaping the pressure right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to air one out. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talking about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Howard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Got an open man. It's QT. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Check Mike, check Mike.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Exit. 53 is the Mike. 53, check 53.
Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Now Darnold. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Darnold on first down. He's going to air one out. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete to Fuller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On first down, it's Watson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Corey Littleton able to record his 5th sack of the season. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. They run with Howard. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, lady. I'm scared. 55 is Mike, guys, 55.
To throw is Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Lady, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Jim, lady, Jim.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory, backed up, in good situation. It didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd down at the 6-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Darnold now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Darnold now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
55. Hey, eat. Wait. I got you. 55's mine. Hey, Delta.
One last throw now for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones. That last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And sealed their victory.
So for Houston, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll